Caledonia Fly Company is seen as the leaders in design and quality in Europe, and we do a little bit of product testing now and again, as people, all my friends know and my customers know. I seem to always be on the river or a loch, so we're always trying to come up with something new, something that actually works better. This year in 2016 we've added a few new patterns, as always, around about 100 to our range, to make sure that the anglers have a choice, something new that they have confidence in to catch fish. Because at the end of the day, the most important thing when an angler goes out there listening to the gilly is one of the most important things, but also fishing with confidence. If you don't fish with confidence, if it doesn't happen, you're always out to look to blame something. And the gilly, you can't not blame the gilly. So we'll start with, this is a willy gun, one of the most iconic flies out there. This one's actually a gold willy gun, and what we've done is, it's such a good catcher, we've added some feelers out the back just to give it that little extra bit of movement in the water to entice a take from a salmon. Bob, would you use this fly on this beat?
Yeah, I certainly would. It looks very attractive, Malcolm. What salmon wouldn't take that?
Well, we will try it later on today and we'll see how we get on.
It's too small.
We've also launched a new range of loop tubes. Looking at the market, there was a gap in the market, everything was so big. So I went down to a 10mm loop tube with a little cone head on the front to give you a little bit of depth, but not too big a fly. Slender, lots of movement, just enough weight to get it to break the surface and go down a little bit and still carry the current and move around in all the different back eddies, etc. in the streams.
What salmon can't resist that? It's absolutely brilliant.
Really good catchers, that's all I can say. We've fished them. I fished them up north, I fish them again, Tweed, I fish them on the Tummel. Absolutely fantastic. Not guaranteed sport, because you can never guarantee a salmon, but you'll feel confident putting these flies on.
Yeah, certainly. I wouldn't have any hesitation in putting that on in the summertime. We're now into April and things are definitely warming up. The river temperature now this week was up as high as 45, which is slightly alarming for our beats because the salmon tend to then shoot through to the middle river far quicker because they have more energy to travel further. And you know, as we've hit April now and the sun's out today, it's a glorious day. This tree behind us over there at the base of the Catholes, that is always the first tree to come out in leaf, and there you just see it starting to come out now. So fly patterns tend to start coming down in size now. You're down to maybe 1-inch tubes instead of the 1.5s or 2-inch. Yep. And then we go into the summer patterns. On the Tay here, on these beats in particular, in 1978 there was over 600 spring salmon caught until the end of April, but you wonder whether we'll ever see that again. But the last 4 years has seen the spring coming back, and we're really excited about that. This year's confirmed that again. We're about to go into summer. Let's hope summer's good, and let's hope that the autumn takes a turn for the better, because the last 2 years have not been great, but I think we all need a good successful run, spring, summer and autumn, and let's hope that the autumn's much better this year. And these flies, I think Malcolm, you've got some lovely small summer flies there for smaller rivers. Yeah, they look really tasty to me.
Go down to smaller rods, switch rods. These are fantastic to fish off a switch rod, say 11 feet, in about that size, 10 feet, 11 feet. Small delicate work, and you can still do the small delicate work on the bigger rivers. Flies like this can take fish up to 26 pound. Donald's had one at 26, I've had 18s, unfortunately I've not had anything over 20, but these size 16 and 14 BMDs, Nordic doubles, fantastic hook hold on these flies, and will always stubborn fish, fish that have seen everything. Small, go small, in the warmer months when the water's up in temperature, really good.
I'll tell you another quite nice story, Malcolm, that I learned from an old D-gilly many years ago, which has always stayed with me, and I dare say others have had the same experience. This old guy told me that when you're fishing in the summertime, anytime really from May onwards, and you have fish in pools, when you get to the late evening and you see the woodcock on the wing, he said to me, he says, put the largest fly in your box on your rod, and he says, have your wits about you, because the take is incredible. And I can always remember fishing up in the Tummel in particular, where you had resident fish in the pools, and some days you would blank until that last half hour.
The magic hour.
My goodness, the takes you got were unbelievable. It's sheer violence. So that's a little tip to you out there, that you should always remember that. Woodcock on the wing, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, biggest fly in your box. I used to put on a fly that was about an 1.5 inch tube, and the line used to get ripped out your hand. Unbelievable.
I'm lucky enough to do a lot of product testing in a year, and I meet up with a lot of good anglers who help Caledonia Fly Company out. Ian Wilson is one of these people. He comes from the Borders, he fishes the Tweed and he fishes the Dee and everything in between. He's like me, he's crazy about fishing, and he comes up with some fantastic patterns. This is one of them. This is the Posh Tosh. Ian's pride and joy. He's done a lot over the years with it that Caledonia have developed into their fly range. A very successful fly. Also one of our new flies for 2016. It's called the Lady McClure. It's been named after the designer, Claire Mercer Nairn. She's lucky enough to live and own a beat on the River Tay called Upper Isle of Mouth and McClure. Claire looked at colours around about her in her rhododendron bushes, and she had a red squirrel hopping along the river bank, and we came up with this pink and orange cascade style pattern, which has proven to catch a few fish already in the spring, and I'm sure at the back end will be an absolute favourite with everybody. As you can see, I brought 1 or 2 flies with me today. This is only a small part of our range. Caledonia Fly Company has nearly 2,000 different patterns to cater for everybody's types of fishing, be it saltwater, pike, salmon, trout, grayling, carp, you name it, we cover it. Our flies are available from all good tackle dealers throughout the UK and Europe. I've been with an expert today in Bob, giving you advice. This advice is also available in your tackle store. So if you're not sure when you go in and see this myriad of flies, ask the store. There's experts in there. Ask these guys, these will keep you right. These guys know what's happening that week, what the river levels are and what's fishing. The flies are there, the advice is there. Go and see your stores.